reports by the mayor. I'm not the mayor, but a couple things. On Saturday, there was out at Arapahoe County Racetrack was the 9/11 Freedom Ride. They had over 1,000 motorcycles that showed up Saturday morning. Pretty amazing. They also, out at Arapahoe Park, have a garden that has 58 little mounds of flowers that were planted for those that were wounded on 7/20, and then they have 12 Colorado flags around it. So they have a memorial set up out there, and I'm sorry to say it's only temporary. They don't have a lot of water out there. But the Colorado Charity Alliance and Visit Aurora were part of the group that set this up, and hopefully it will be something that will happen every year right around 9/11, and they did an absolutely great job, and it will still be out there, I believe, tomorrow. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So if you want to take a trip out to Arapahoe Park to see it. And I will tell you, one of the things that for me that was very moving, as you were leaving the park, they had placards of every person that has died since 9/11 from the state of Colorado in Iraq, Afghanistan, police and fire. So we had some of our police officers, they had a placard if it was a police badge. There was a badge for police, and there were a couple firefighters too. And I have to say, you know, it started, if you know Arapahoe Park, it started in the parking lot, and they were approximately every 3 feet, and it went all the way out to Quincy, the names. And it's very emotional, but to know that these are our kids that have died in Iraq and Afghanistan since 9/11. So, and with that, earlier we had an appreciation for our employees. And I would like to read part of it. On behalf of the mayor and city council, I would want to express our appreciation for the dedication and hard work of each of our city employees for every day and each thing that they do. To thank our police, fire, emergency, medical, and dispatch professionals who responded to the scene, immediately apprehending the suspect and providing critical medical assistance to the victims. Thank you to those first responders who secured the Paris Street apartment, sacrificing their own safety to ensure the public was not harmed. And thank you to the city employees who selflessly gave of their time to organize a prayer vigil that honored the victims and their families while bringing the community together in healing. And finally, thank you to all city employees who continue to work diligently, compassionately in recovery efforts, displaying once again their commitment to doing all that they can to honor, support, and remember the victims and contribute to the community healing process. You have all displayed tremendous strength and unity in these days following the tragedy, and we are so grateful for your efforts. Together, we will always prevail, and we will always remember. With that, Councilmember Laguerre, do you have any reports?
I do not.
Councilmember Markert.
Thanks, Mayor Pro Tem. I've got a couple of things. Preschool started at the city's recreation programs. Lowry, Summer Valley, and Village Green are completely full. There are still openings at Beck and Meadowood. So my kids participated in the preschool program and loved it. So if there are any kids that are looking for spaces, there are still a couple available. I also wanted to thank the city staff. 32,000 Aurora families, or 1 in 5, participated in the Earned Income Tax Credit Program. Community College of Aurora was one of the largest sites for the service that was provided predominantly by volunteers. 1,400 students at Community College of Aurora assisted 1,400 taxpayers file their tax returns and claim $3 million in federal tax refunds, which went right back into the Aurora economy. So from the Peton Foundation that kind of spearheads that, I wanted to make sure that appreciation got relayed. And then lastly, my ward meeting is, after we meet next time, sorry. Anyways, not till the 27th, but it's at Garden Plaza. And I wanted to mention it because the Aurora Public Schools is going to be discussing their bond issue question at 6:30 at Garden Plaza, which is just east of Joe's Crab Shack on Evans. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Peterson.
No report tonight.
Councilmember Hunter Holen.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. In my quest for great barbecue, I stumbled across a little catering business. It's called Brooks Smokehouse and Catering at 800 Oakland, and they operate out of their home, and it is absolutely fabulous. So I really encourage all of you who like great barbecue to go and look them up. Their phone number is 303-320-6234.
Thank you. Councilmember Broom.
No report.
Councilmember Pierce.
Thank you. I just want to make a shout out to Melissa Miller, who's our former Ward 1 council member who resigned recently. She served almost 3 years on city council in Ward 1 and really made a big difference for her constituents in Ward 1 and really for the whole city. So I just wanted to say I appreciate what all she had done for the city for the last 3 years, and I gave her a call on the phone after she sent her resignation letter and asked her to please stay involved with the city because she does have a lot of good ideas that can be implemented. So, and we have a whole process for reappointing someone to take her place. The application deadline is this Friday, September 14th, so if you live in Ward 1, you have to live in Ward 1 for 1 year, not be convicted of a felony, and I believe there's an age requirement too. So if you're interested, turn in your applications to the city clerk by Friday. Secondly, there's another e-cycling event this Saturday, September 15th at Central Facilities, which is up at Ellsworth and Potomac, just north of Bicentennial Park. You can bring your DVD players, computers, VCRs, printers, fax machines, cell phones. And the minimal cost is $1 to $2 for household appliances and front projection TVs. The cost is $10 for community computer monitors, and no charges for little things like mouses, cables, and other computer equipment. So you can be a resident or non-resident of Aurora. So from 9 to 1 p.m. on September 15th, you can bring your old electronics to be recycled. Thank you.
Councilmember Bersons.
Thank you. Yes, Melissa, we're going to miss you. I enjoyed serving with you on council, and I'm sorry to see you go, but you have to do what you have to do. So we'll miss you, and I look forward to seeing you back and forth somewhere in Aurora. I know you get out and about, and so we'll see you. I want to thank all the people in my ward, and actually people that were not in my ward that came to our Ward 3 candidate forum Thursday night. We had a wonderful turnout, 10 different sets of candidates, a lot of questions, and hopefully it helped everybody decide who they wanted to vote for. So if you haven't made up your mind yet, please check the city website for other candidate forums. And I want to say that this coming Thursday, as in 3 days, on the 13th, our Aurora Chamber is having a taste of the chamber. It's going to be at the Red Lion, and it's going to have a lot of different foods from a lot of different of our restaurants here in Aurora. So it's a great way to say you've eaten at all these different restaurants. You get a good taste, and just you can make your way around several times. So anyway, I'm sure they would love to have you come and sample the restaurants. And it's Thursday at the Red Lion on Parker and 225. Thanks.
Councilmember Roth.
Thank you. Nice segue on the candidate forum, because my Ward 5 Town Hall meeting is a week from tonight, the 17th of September, starting at 6:30. We're not in our usual place, so I want to let everybody know we're at Heather Gardens Clubhouse, 2888 South Heather Gardens Way, 80014, starting at 6:30. Usually is 6:30 to 8, it might go to 8:30. We are not actually having a candidate forum because it's a pretty crowded agenda, but we will allow each candidate an opportunity to stand up and state their name, what position they are seeking, and their platform for several minutes. But there won't be an active Q&A period. The reason for that is because, just so you know who's going to be there, Aurora Public School Superintendent John Berry will be there to present the bond issue that APS is seeking. Cherry Creek Public School District Superintendent Mary Chesley will be there to present their bond issue. And Councilmember Bob Laguerre is going to attend to talk about the Aurora Trans Bond issue. We're going to have the Fire Chief Mike Garcia to talk about the the shift commander issue. In addition, we're going to have candidates from State Senate District 26 and 28, State House District 36, Arapahoe County Commissioner District 3, the District Attorney 18th, and Tom Tobiasen from RTD. Even though he does not have an opponent, he is going to be there to give a brief update on what's going on with RTD. So it's going to be a pretty full agenda, but I certainly encourage, I tried to make sure that everybody that is seeking election that would be representing Ward 5 is going to be there, and we'll have a pretty good representation. And then Mayor Pro Tem, if I can do something on a personal note, since we won't be meeting between now and then, on September 23rd, my son will be getting married to his longtime fiancée. So Corey and Missy, congratulations.
Oh, how sweet.
That's great. Okay, is there any other public invited to be heard? Anyone to address council? With that, we are adjourned.